Hey guys, welcome to the DoMoreLife channel, and I'm sorry about this angle. I know it's definitely not my prettiest by any means, but I do not have my tripod with me today, and I did not want to carry or handhold this camera while I was talking. We have a mess on our hands in Thailand. We have a mess. For those of you that don't know, there was an illness outbreak in a near province to Bangkok a few days ago, and it has led to many tests being given, and most of those are positive. I am not stating exact numbers, nor am I quoting exact words, because I have to adhere to YouTube's policies. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a public health professional, so I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's going on. In my humble opinion, we are headed towards another, at least provincial lockdown, if not a national lockdown. It has been discussed in various articles that the higher-ups in the Thai government are completely prepared for another national shutdown or lockdown. That is scary for so many reasons. Thailand is already on the economic cusp of tragedy, and that's been said by numerous outlets here in Thailand. Those are not my words. I think that it's inevitable, just because I've been here long enough and I kind of understand the way this process works. I think it's inevitable that we will see, at minimum, a provincial lockdown of some sort. And basically what that means is you won't be able to travel between provinces here in Thailand. That's the best case scenario. The second best case scenario is we see a provincial lockdown, which includes all unnecessary, what's the word I'm looking for? Non-essential jobs is what I'm looking for. Non-essential jobs. So it would include a provincial lockdown where you can't leave, and all non-essential jobs. So it would be basically just like a lockdown before. And that's pretty much what a national lockdown would look like, which would be even worse, because they would reclose the borders to anybody coming in. Right now, the tourist visas and the visa impact is negligible. At this day, on December the 23rd, you can still get into Thailand, because you still have to do a 14-day queue. And the word from the Thai government yesterday was it's going to take about 7 days for them to process everything to know what they need to do. It's scary because they've already closed down all the events for New Year's in most locations, especially the big ones. Pattaya has a big New Year's celebration. It's closed. All the music festival, it's done. It's not going to happen. And that's sad for the tourism industry, because most of the hotels that are in Pattaya were booked full. And I'm telling you, these places need a break. There was a gentleman in the Thai government who suggested that Thailand needs to make more investments in other things rather than tourism, because they see how fluid the tourism market is, and if it goes away, it can really do a lot of damage. I don't know if that will come to fruition or not, I will be quoting some of this stuff over a live stream sometime this weekend, most likely. But it is Christmas weekend, and I don't want to put out a live stream with everybody doing Christmas with their family. Another thing is there are 28 high-risk areas in Thailand. Okay, so how did all this really get started? And those 28 high-risk areas really range from Chiang Mai. There's a province down south that's currently in red. You can pull up these maps on the internet that will show you Bangkok's in red, Chonburi's in red, the whole province of Chonburi, which includes Pattaya and other towns, Jomtien, Sriracha. All those are considered to be in a danger zone at the moment. It will inevitably lead to some sort of new measure being taken, and I'm scared that measure may be another national lockdown, and that would be, I don't want to say detrimental, but it would really hurt the Thai people. And my concern here is not so much I want tourism to come back to Thailand. I'm looking forward to it. That's usually what I do most of my videos about. However, this video in particular, I'm not so concerned with the tourism industry coming back right now to Thailand. The tourism industry was slated. They were doing a great job of letting people back in slowly. Pattaya was getting back on its feet. The hotels were booked up for this new year, and they were booked up in a lot of places. Thailand was going to see a good fourth quarter swing from economic swing from that influx of tourism, even if it was domestic tourism. Now we hope that it doesn't get to another place where the borders are completely shut again. We don't want to have to start the whole process of reopening the country again, that's for sure. So there have been over 1,000 cases confirmed in about 3 days, 2.5 days, something like that. I believe they're now getting closer to 2,000. So the illness is spreading, but luckily it seems to be that most people are asymptomatic. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. So right now in Thailand, if you pray. If you don't pray, that's okay. Just keep everybody in your thoughts and prayers. I would greatly appreciate it. And send all your best wishes. Because these street vendors and these people that make money, just a little bit of money, enough to get them by, and they do a phenomenal job of just being human beings. I would be eternally grateful if there were no need for a lockdown or a stay-at-home package or whatever you want to call it. It would be really nice. So with that being said, that's an explanation on kind of what's going on. I'll get more into it later, but that's kind of the simplicity of it at the moment. With that being said, I love you guys, and whatever you do today, be sure you do more life.